Jesse Young, good evening. How are you today? Yeah, we're looking for coins is fun. It's a cool thing. Man, I wish that I would have paid more attention when I was in a more retail environment to pay attention, but I was a little bit younger and dumber then, so I did not. I'm sure there was many cool things that probably crossed my path and I didn't even know it. You got a couple of Morgans and Peace dollars, like from customers, or that's crazy. Coin roll fishing picked up a bunch of Ikes at the bank a couple of weeks ago and ended up getting a Morgan with them. So that's a pretty nice score. I have yet to be that lucky. But keep after it, and eventually even the weird stuff will happen. I'm just happy to be back on silver. It's been, I've had quite the dry spell the last week and a half or so. And earlier, the first box I did had a 40 and a Walker in it. So that made me pretty happy. This one has just yielded the 140 so far. But the box is still young. Oh, finding a Stelian change. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you don't see those really in bankrolls much because the way they roll them now, they get sucked out because they're magnetic. So they get pulled out pretty readily. So unless you catch them before they go to the rolling companies, you might never see them again. But yeah, finding silver and change is always pretty cool. I'd love to score a little bit more silver tonight myself, but only can take what the box giveth. Hoping to be back on the W's too. This week I've struggled trying to find W quarters. I kept getting rewrap rolls from the bank where clearly some other hunter in my area had gone through them and rewrapped them and returned them to the bank as full boxes, and the bank, instead of sitting on them, feeds them back out to me. And that's never fun. Yeah, and you know what? It's essentially free too, because you pick up the money and you look through it, and unless you find something worth keeping, you just take it back. So you get to have your fun, and it only costs you if you win. And normally, if you win, you're making more than it costs you anyways. So it's a win-win. All you're doing is giving up a little bit of time, which I don't mind doing. G-Dubs, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Running through my second box of halves here, and then I'm going to jump into some quarters, hoping to break my W dry spell. I got some customer wraps, which could be amazing or total junk, but until we get into them, we won't know. I picked up customer quarters and nickels today, and I think I'm going to go back tomorrow and get the dimes she has, because she's got at least 500, if not 750 in dimes. I don't like dimes, but when they've got that much customer wrapped, I feel like there might be some silver there. Yeah, my boxes have been horrible for about the last week and a half. I've done, this will be 20, besides the 2 boxes that I've done tonight, I went 26 boxes with only 2 of them producing silver, and the two that produced 1 each. So talk about a dry spell. Wow. But we got 2 in the first box tonight, and we have 1 in this one so far. So, but yeah, it was nice to put that dry spell behind me, and hopefully it stays behind me, because it has not been fun. To hunt, and not even find something silly. The cool thing tonight was in the first box, I found, I don't know if you can see the rim on this, but I found this Jamaican, and it's like 12-sided maybe? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10-sided. And it really chewed up the roll because it's slightly bigger than a half. Not much. It's really just the angle. But I've never found a Jamaican coin in a roll before, so that was kind of cool. And then I left to go pick up dinner, and my 6-year-old was going through the box, and he pulled out a penny. Then he came home and he's like, "Dad, look what I found." I'm like, "Did you find that in the box, or you just dig that out of my collection someplace?" He's like, "No, I found it in the box." So we found a penny. So, like, I found 2 foreigns for the year, I think, and that box had 2 foreigns in it. So it had that, and then I found a Walker and a 40 in the first box. Yeah, dimes are the devil, man. I hate dimes, but when I see that many customer wraps sitting there, I'm thinking, man, there's just someone could have dumped something off. You just never know, and my mind gets thinking, and next thing you know, I walk out with dimes, and then a couple hours later, when I found nothing, I say to myself, "Why did I do that?" I'm like, man, you're a knucklehead. You did it to yourself again. So, I don't know. I think I might just suck it up and try them again tomorrow, because silver's been so tight. I don't know that it can get worse. Man, this glare is horrible. There we go. That's much better. Nothing special in those ones. It doesn't take much, Jesse. You definitely have, I'm telling you, if you got 25 bucks, you can afford to do it. Just got to start with pennies. Work your way up. That's where I started. I did pennies and nickels. Find some cool stuff. Save up a little bit of extra change. Next thing you know, you can move on to dimes. And eventually you'll get into quarters and halves. The problem when you get into the bigger denominations, though, is as you find stuff, your honey pot that you started with starts to dwindle. And you just need to watch that, because as cool as stuff is, you gotta, think about how that affects what your ability to spend to get more is if you keep it. And it's super easy when you got pennies. I mean, if it's a penny, you're like, oh, I'll just keep it. But when it's 50 cents or a quarter crack, it adds up quick. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can't buy any more coins because I don't have any money left. So, but yeah, you can get there. I would start with pennies. Pennies have a boatload of varieties, and they tend to have fines. I personally love nickels, and there's not necessarily a lot of money in nickels, but they're fun because they always provide entertainment. They have a lot of fines in them. You find old stuff. You get a chance for silver, chance for buffaloes. Every once in a blue moon, you'll get a V-nickel. I mean, I have to halves because you certainly have the potential of finding the most silver, I think, in halves. They're also the hardest to get. Whereas, for the most part, if you got a bank account, you can probably pick up a box of pennies or a box of nickels pretty readily. So, and like I said, you don't need to have a ton of spare money. You just need 25 bucks, and you just keep recycling that 25 bucks. You get yourself a box, and when you're done with it, you return it. And even if you found a ton of stuff, you're only going to be replacing a couple of dollars. So it's pretty easy to keep revolving that same money while you save up for bigger boxes. Nickels is 100 bucks, dimes is 250, quarters and halves are 500 bucks. So just set yourself a goal, and you'll get there. I keep revolving my same amount of money over and over again. I mean, if I want to pick up multiple boxes, I often have to make multiple trips to the bank because I can't go pick up, 4 or 6 or 8 boxes at a time. I pick up 2. And I hunt them, I return them, and I replace them. I wish I could pick up 8 at a time, but do not have the extra flow for that. That is for sure. So yeah, 25 bucks will get you started. And actually, you don't even need to start with a box. You can just go pick up rolls too. There's a lot of people that will do mixed hunts to try to figure out what kind of coins they like. Pick up 5 rolls of each. Still provides a lot of fun, that's for sure. Man, this is going to be a one and done kind of box, I think. It's just a tease. That's okay. We're back on the silver, and that's all that counts. Now we just got to get back on the W's, and we'll be good to go. Wow, I almost threw those away. I do that about once every couple of weeks, at least once a month, where my mind is not thinking, and I throw away my changes and put them in my discard bin because I'm thinking about throwing wrappers away, and I mix the two up. And that's never good. Having to dig back through your paper bin looking for your coins. I haven't done it for a while though, so I certainly do. That's nice. So you just hunted through your drawer before, I'm assuming? Oh, you have an Indian head. Yeah, I don't have much of the. I don't have much old stuff. I've only, I only have what I found for the most part. I mean, I've bought a little tiny bit of stuff, but I'm trying to see what I can gather by hunting, and then I'm trying to trade up as I can. But we'll see where that goes. When you get into the old stuff, it can get expensive quick. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Is that going to be a NIFC or a proof? I'm saying NIFC. Yep, 2018. Believe it or not, we are almost through this box. Time flies when you're having fun. So Jess, do you want to see quarters or nickels next? Do you have a preference? Got both. I'll probably eventually do both, whether it's on the stream or not. Just so I can get through them and replenish them with something before the weekend gets here. We're on to last roll up. Which is not there. Alrighty. Enter these really quick. Get bust out of here. Nope, nope, and nope. Alrighty. Let's come back to here. Moving in with 3, 4, 12, 5, and 18. we almost filled the board. We're missing our proof. Whoops. 304, 05, 18, 67. All right. This goes away. So our fine for this box is we had 2 foreigns, 2 40s, and a walker. Not too bad. I will take that all day long. Good night. Let's get this one out of the way. Like I said, the bank did not have a box. They had customer rolls, and they were in trays. Just gave me a bag. So that's what I'm working with here. A box of customer wrapped rolls. But I figured I would change up my luck with some customer wraps, since I keep getting rewraps and the bank wraps. Let's see how it fares. So that'd be great. It looks like all the quarters. Coin Hunter Chris, I have quarters. I picked up $500. These smell old too. Yummy. These are customer wrapped from my bank. It's just a box. It's a little bit more than the box, because she said what do you want? And I said, give me a box of quarters and give me a box of nickels. And then she didn't have enough nickels, so she gave me 80 in nickels and gave me 520 in quarters. So we'll see. These are smelling musty. I'm hoping for mass amounts of W's. I already see something, and that actually looks good. Does not look Canadian. Let's try this first, though, because see how they did that? That's even better. Yes, look at that. First roll. 1964. From Philly. Yeah, smelly silver. They do. They smell like musty, like they've been in a basement or something like that. It's pretty nice. Look how nice that silver verbe is. Let's see a date on that one. I'll scope this one. I can't even see a date. I hate to. Sounds glad. I'd hate to throw away a silver. There's a date on this thing. There we go. Someplace. It's a 65. I knew it was going to be close. I could tell. Tell by the bird on the back. How crazy is that? Roll 1. It's got silver in it. Now I just need to find a mountain of W's and make up for all those rewraps. Oh, I forgot to close this so I can see the chat. My bad. You hunting anything tonight, Chris? You taking the night off? Actually, it's probably about dinner time for you, right? Unless you're burning that midnight oil again and working late. Yeah, 1 silver per roll. I'd take that all day long. I don't know if I need to be that greedy though. I would take a handful. Oh, did you see the? Were you here when we wrapped up this the halves or no? She's got like at least 500 in dimes that I think I might pick up tomorrow, as much as I don't want to. I don't know. Something tells me I need to pick them up. These are old looking quarters, though. I'll tell you that. But that's 2020, so it certainly can't be that old. Well, that's got to be a horrible edge on there. Where'd that one go? That's not gonna have that edge actually. It's just up amongst the other ones that have yucky edges. Yep, that's what I figured. Anything good tonight? We cheated. We fed the kids spaghetti and meatballs, and we had sushi. I know, totally wrong, but not so much. Probably spaghetti. Oh, I gotta change that. You're right. You're right. Yeah, but I want to check out this. Okay, the 90 was a walker. In pretty nice shape too. But the goofy thing, I got 2 foreigns and 2 unusual foreigns. A Jamaican, which has 10-sided on it, and my son found this when I left to go pick up my dinner. He was going through it. He's like, "Look what I found." I'm like, "Did you find that in a box?" He's like, "Yeah." Because I thought he might have just pulled it out of one of my old bins or something like that. He's like, "No, it was in the box." I'm like, crazy. So 2 foreigns, 1 box. Weird. I found 2 foreigns this year in boxes, and there was 2 in that 1 box. That's a pretty roll, too. Keep that one. It's in pretty nice shape. Oh, there's got to be some W's in here. There's definitely got to be some W's in here. Come out, wherever you are. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, it's been horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I was so happy to get silver tonight. And the 140 was an ender. I never see enders. I mean, it was one of those enders where I saw it. It's got no mint mark on it, but I saw it, and I was like, that paint, but I gave it a tap. I'm like, that sounds silver though. So that was the first roll I opened just to see. And I was like, wow, there's silver in the box. Yeah. Hey, if you assume it that way, you'll only be happy when it's not, versus, you know, hoping and getting crushed box after box. Come on, I want another silver. That was too cool. First roll. Especially when you dump them out of the bag, you know what you're going to get. Boy. I wish there was an extra leaf on that one. I still want one of those so bad. Yeah, the fact that there was a silver in there tells me this is not a dump for sure, which is nice. So you're saying there's a chance. So at least I know that I'm not going to get mutilated again. I mean, literally, I've done 5 boxes this week of bank rewraps from different banks. I mean, I don't know what, I don't even know how that happens. I pick them up, brand new, or not brand new boxes, but I mean, you know, full boxes. Pop the top, they're in the bank wrappers. One side's open, the other side's got the crimp still on it. I'm like, son of a gun. 5 boxes in a row. Ouch. And guess what? I found a whole lot of nothing. I got a couple pretty quarters. That was about it. So they didn't take everything out. Because they clearly had a nice enough collection that they didn't need nice quarters of certain dates. Yeah, it was a little frustrating for sure. But that's the way it rolls. And then my other teller at the same bank, she crushed me at the end of last week. She's like, oh yeah, you didn't come in. You normally come in the morning. You didn't come in until this afternoon. You should have been here. I just cracked and bagged and shipped out $200 worth of old nickels. I'm like, like, why do you tell me things like this? Ooh, look at this one. Oh, that looks really... If you look at the edge of this one, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, it looks gold. But it's not. That's just weird toning. It must have been in a book. Yeah, seriously. I mean, that was it. I mean, now given, they're nice quarters. But, you know, to do 5 whole boxes and walk away with, I think I got a dozen pretty quarters, a little frustrating for sure. Yeah, I was pretty hurt that I missed those nickels. I was like, dude, you gotta call me before you do that. You know that I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands. And nickels of all things too, where I've just struggled to get nickels. I mean, I haven't even really been asking them because there's been so many new nickels out there. And the one teller that's not that fond of me, that's who gave me the quarter today. She just wanted to get rid of this. They're all, I guess they all have pretty fat teller vaults right now. And one of the other girls said she's got a ton of stuff in there. So I'm like, I'm going to help you guys empty these things out. Change my strategy for the week. clean out my dump bank. Because everything that I turn in is in bags, so it doesn't go to them. And clearly there's somebody else in my area dumping all over the other bags. I don't want that crap. Yeah, seriously. She says to me, she's like, well, what did you find? You know, when you go through that, I'm like, oh, you know, I found the silver or a couple of W's or whatever. She's like, I don't know why you do that. That takes so much time, and you know, definitely not worth it. I'm like, hey, you do you, okay? And the teller that I've got there that I really liked yesterday, she had a Red Seal $2 bill, but it was destroyed. So destroyed she put tape on it to hold it together. I was like, oh man, I wish that was not destroyed like that. I really would like to pick those up. She's like, well, we see them, you know, more often than you'd think. I'm like, well, when you see them, let me know. I want the fancy colored bills. Yeah, I'll dig through a lot for some W's and some silver all day long, man. Hey, it's found money is the way I look at it. Pretty much waste of time. All right, enjoy your dinner. I'll see you when you get back. What are you knuckleheads doing? This roll almost looks like it's too full. Let me count this one. What's going on here? What? Okay. I was like, what? There's an extra 4 in here? No. Just me not mathing right. There's some pretty quarters in here, though, I'll tell you that. Oh, I didn't update that board yet. Son of a gun. I'll do it after this roll. Bunch of sand in these rolls. Oh, I was gonna fix that. Let me fix that real quick. Oops. that's one of the things that stinks about customer roles. You definitely get more of that kind of stuff in customers than you do in regular roles. Bunch of nice Rockefellers in here. I wish it was a W Rockefeller though. Hang on one second for me, guys. There we go. Oh, crud. Change back. Ah. Let's do this. What are you doing here? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. A little technical difficulty here. All right. Back to business. Oh my God. there's 3 different customers that wrap these. There are definitely 3 kinds of wrappers, and they are 3 very distinct kind of quarters as far as condition and feel. These moolah ones seem to have a lot of grit and gent in them. They're not as pretty as some of the other ones. But there's newer quarters in here too, so it's not like they're that old. See something here. rolls with a grin. One was too big or something. Let's see if we got a weird coin in here. Doesn't look right. cool. This one's colorized. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a great find. Oh, gosh. Kidding me. It's a buffalo. No, it's not. It's a nickel. Gosh. Hey, Chihuahua. It's a nice pig. Yuck. Yeah, that was... Nice, 765. or silver? No. Unfortunately not. It's we did have another find though. This is just all nicer quotas. But we did find ourselves a Balboa, but he's colorized. It's a commemorative of some sort. Pretty cool. But, oh, and 2 nickels. Yay. Hey, Bill. Bill's Coins and Treasure. Welcome for showing up, man. Good to see you. Yeah, the nickel part stinks, man. But that happens a lot with custom rolls, unfortunately. Those darn customer people saying, oh, I don't have enough quarters to make this roll. I'll just throw a nickel in. No one will ever know. Guess what they do? I got a roll of, my teller's like, I got some dimes you need to look at. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll take them. I took them, I got home, and the next time I went and saw her, I'm like, hey, check out this roll you gave me. It was a roll, had 19 pennies stuffed into it, with 1 dime on the end, and the rest of it was dimes too, but they were all 19 pennies stacked up in the middle of the roll. I'm like, seriously? She's like, all right, how much do I, when I showed her the picture, she's like, how much do I owe you? I was like, and the crazy thing is the coin she gave me had a silver dime in it, so what they ripped off people in pennies, they could have just sold their silver dime, and it would have all been the same. In these rolls, see, I don't know if you guys can see all this sand and junk, man. It's driving me bonkers. These one type have a bunch of grit in the rolls. That's that musty thing. That's the musty smell I was smelling at the beginning. I think it's all the probably in the bottom of a bucket someplace. Yeah, I'll take that karma any day of the week, man. And on top of that, my banker, she said, hey, if you end up getting hosed, just let me know, and I'll just short my drawer that day and put a note in. And so I don't normally ask her, but in that occasion, with it being, $2 on a $5 roll, I was like, yeah, I think I'll tell her about this one. But generally, when I find foreigns or like these couple of nickels, I call it the cost of doing business. Whoa! Where'd those guys go? There they go. Didn't make it to the floor. Bill, you've been crushing it with your grab bag videos, man. I'm so jealous. So jealous. I got one of the Coin Help You, and of course, I think it really boils down to your editing skills, man. You've got some skills there. It makes it much more entertaining to watch. But mine is not done quite as well as yours. But that's all right. I'll figure it out eventually. Man, there's been a lot of nice coins in here. I really want to keep more than I'm keeping, but I just can't. I got too much junk, man. I have to trim down, but it's so hard. mean, what are the odds of the first roll I pick has the silver quarter in it? I mean, seriously. Yeah, my grab bag, I mean, while I got value out of it, I mean, that's why I kind of made a second part of it. I wasn't like, I mean, I tried to preface it as far as, did I get my $50? Yeah. I was wishing it was a little more exciting than it was. Maybe it's because I already have some sort of collection, but to get 2 common wheat pennies in flips wasn't very exciting. To get 3 tore up V-nickels wasn't too exciting. Getting a nice buffalo is nice. Of course, the Morgans, I mean, you can't complain about a Morgan. I mean, that, you know, without that, the bag would not have been great. But when one item makes up, you know, 2/3 of your value, I mean, look at these things, man. This is like, let's see if I can. So gross, man. There's so much grit in these rolls. Oh, we got another shiny one. We got a chance here. Ooh. Come on, baby, be my W. Oh, there's a quarter that just dropped out of my lap that I thought I had saved from before. Ooh. To get that, or my count will be off. Yeah, I mean, they were, I mean, it's not, give me a roll, or give me a little baggie full of them or something, man. I got 2 wheats, a 40s and a 50s. Both of them were F and VF, or XF. So, I mean, it's not even like they were like blazers. I was like, come on. I mean, I had a decent Indian head, a quarter in the Morgan, essentially made the bag. Ooh, what's going on with that guy? But I got my value back, so I'm not going to complain about it, but I wish it was a little more exciting. Okay, this is the last roll of these grit rolls, and then I'm into the other types. I forget where I pulled that silver quarter from, though. You don't remember, do you, Chris? What kind of roll it was? I want to say it was the roll that you push, where you can push them out the end. So I think it might have been one of these grit rolls. But yeah, I would rather have had a. I would rather. I honestly, as long as I don't. I mean, to me, a grab bag should be flare. It should be flare, and you should get enough value that you don't feel ripped off. They just threw an error or some kind of weird coin in there that they weren't paying attention about. Yeah, I think it was a shotgun roll too. Because I've got no shot. No, it was my last shotgun roll. Now I'm down to the stripes. I still haven't found a W. Come on, are you kidding me? Come on, give me a W already. See, these are quarters are definitely they definitely are in better condition. The rolls don't have that junk in them, which is pretty nice. See, where's my extra leaf? Where is my extra leaf? Diggin' Dave, welcome to the stream. I start calling you Captain Pokemon. Been doing some serious Pokemoning. Yeah. Well, why don't they send them back? I mean, does your bank just not go through coin that fast? That's where my bank was. Is my dump bank. I was bringing them back rolled dump bank because they weren't giving me any coin and everybody else was. But yeah, that stinks. Just need to find yourself another branch that you can pick up from. Because if they got your quarters in there, you don't want to grab them again and go. I mean, going through the same 3 boxes of quarters can get old pretty quick, I would think. I send all mine back in bags, so I know they're going to go to the facilities. So once I've gone through them, good or bad, I'm not going to see them again for a couple of weeks probably. Come on, W. You got to be in one of these rolls here. Seriously. Not do me like that. So, Chris, was it spaghetti, or did you have something better? Oh, when did I get my last W? Let's see here. I think, today. No, sorry. That's the wrong spreadsheet. That was my last silver. No, it was today. I did a box this morning, and I got 2 foreigns and a W. I got a tall grass today, but before that, I haven't had one in 3 days. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes of We're Skunkers in a row. But yeah, I got 1 W this morning. But it's the first one I've seen in a while. They're it's slim picking, that's for sure. I'll tell you that. They are not. I mean, I was averaging. I would get probably at least 1, anywhere from 1 to 3, just depending on the box and the day and whatever. I mean, I wasn't getting skunked that often, and now it's like commonplace. I'm happy to pull something out of a box right now. It's crazy. I mean, there's some pretty looking quarters, I'll tell you that. And I've been looking for that salt. The last, I don't know, 4 boxes I've done that. Been looking for that DDO on the Salt River Bay, and they don't have them in Florida, I guess, because I've given up. Until I find out it's worth billions of dollars, I'm probably not going to look for it. It just drives me up the wall. I'm not very good at looking at the DDOs anyways. I guess I don't have the eye for it. It's been, I mean, the struggle is real, dude. But I have done, for silver, I only found 2 silvers in the last 24 boxes. But tonight, I got 2 foreigns out of 1 box. And overall, I ended up with 2 40s and a walker. So, my skunk streak is over. So I'm happy. So overall, I've got some silver today. I got a silver quarter out of this box. I got this cool commemorative Balboa because it's colorized, and I've never gotten one like that. So overall, pretty stoked. Yeah, I'm so happy to have that skunk streak behind me, man. It was like, whew, that's never fun, man. You're just going through the motions, hoping to find that. When I found that walker, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Ooh, we got a chance here. I like the edge. Oh, it's gonna be a Salt River Bay. One of those nice ones. It's either that or the Airman, man. They get me every time. The edges for the W's tend to be just a little bit different, but the brand spanking new Airmen have been getting me lately, and the Salt River Bay prior to that seem to have a very similar edge. Come on, where's my extra leaf? So, Dave, are you Pokemoning or are you just flipping? You might have answered my comment. I have not been back to check my comments to see if anybody's responded to me. So, with you being here, I figured I would just ask. Because I know you just recently got into it, but man, you are all in. For sure. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Ugh. Sorry about that. I had to rouse my oldest, tell him it's time to get to bed. He's been playing catch up on his homework. He's been slacking. So instead of playing, he's been working hard to get caught up. You also have to make sure that they actually get some sleep too. You gotta be kidding me, man. If I don't get a W out of this box, I'm not gonna be happy. I thought for sure we were gonna get one in here. One of these days, I'm gonna open up customer pack or customer rep rolls like this. I'm gonna push it out, and it's gonna be 40 W's. Would that be amazing or what? Oh. Oh. Those shiny ones in here. Killing me. That or all. Hey, you're looking at a guy. Actually, I think Dave's done that probably too. Chris did that. He's got a pirate chest full of silver that he picked up at a bank. Just ask him. He laughed all the way from the bank. He had so much silver. Yeah, it was an amazing score. Amazing. Yes. All right, Chief. All right. If you haven't watched this video, go back and watch it, Bill. It's pretty awesome. It's full of all kinds of yumminess. It's one of those days we all dream of. Chris must be putting his kids to bed. He normally gets riled up when I pick on him like that. Well, that was officially the last roll, because these two rolls here were to make up for the shortage she gave me on the nickels. So this is the pseudo last roll of the quarter box, even though I have more quarters. So we'll see if the box was a skunk. Or should I count those two rolls towards the box and just call it a fat box? I guess for statistics purposes, I should probably include it in case there's something there, but exclude it if it's garbage. So we'll see if there's anything worth keeping in there. See, he did step away. Oh, you missed all the great comments there, Chris. I was telling Bill about your days as a pirate. Hi, Chihuahua. Unbelievable, Chris. I'm just blasted away, man. All right. Some last roll luck here. Some real last roll. And this is the roll I dropped. Because it's almost busted open. Didn't bust open on the floor, so it must be a luckier roll. Come on. Let's see if we got anything here. I mean, what are the odds that I've got, what is that, 52 rolls of quarters, and the first roll I pick has the silver quarter in it, and then there's nothing else in the box. It's not looking promising here. That is pretty unbelievable. That is cray-cray. Wow. Maybe I won't get those dimes. This has got to be a sign. Do not get the dimes. Dimes are bad. Yeah, I know. It was the first roll. I mean, that's crazy. I have this huge pile of quarters. Grab one roll out, pull it out. There's silver in it. I'm like, oh, that's got to be a Canadian. Nope. I didn't even forget what number it is. It was a 64. And then, nothing. Nothing. 2 nickels. God. Oh, man. Just out of curiosity, I want to just do this because there's one old roll in here. I want to take a gander at. I don't want to do a whole bag. I'm tired. But this one looks pretty interesting. This one looks pretty interesting. And this one looks pretty interesting. So, I want to take a look at these before I go to bed. Look at that. 1941. It looks pretty. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Nice looking nickels. What are the odds, man? I'm going to go an under on it. A buffalo! Ha! Had you guys, didn't I? You've been killing it with the silver quarters, man. 52. Another buffalo! I can't even keep a straight face with it anymore. That was a 41 under. Okay, so nothing too crazy on that one. Slow box. Yeah, I hate those boxes that have just one silver in them. Okay, let's see if we have anything cool in here. These are older looking rolls, but their nickels are not older. Unfortunately. Would you stop? Dog's over here whining at me. I think I'm going to go for the world record. Did any of you guys watch Christopher Collects? Probably not. He's from the UK. I heard about him from Emmanuel's workshop or workbench, and so I watched a handful of his videos, and he's trying to get a world record. So I actually did some research and I found the world record. The world record for the most coins from a single year in someone's collection is like 50,000 coins. So it's really not that many when you think about 50,000 pennies. So I think I'm going to go for it. And I think I'm going to do the 81 penny. It's copper. It's not going to get destroyed like the Zinkins do. And there was 2.8 billion of them minted. So there certainly should be a handful of them out there around. You think 50,000 is a lot? I was surprised it wasn't more than that, quite frankly. I mean, so I think I'm going to go for it. I think I can get 50,000 pennies over time. I only have to get 50,000 of the 12.8 billion of them that are out there. All right, so those interesting rolls to me sucked. They had a 52 and a 41. I'm going to relook at them again tomorrow when I'm a little bit more sane, but that is it. Gotta make sure these nickels don't get confused with those nickels. Look at all these quarters I kept, though. I have to relook at these in the morning, too. Silver quarter I know I'll keep, but the other ones I gotta, and I'll keep this Balboa definitely. I might have to pare this down a little bit. Looks a little aggressive, although they're pretty nice looking, so. I want to try my wheel. So, hey! Phil's just in time for some giveaways. Interesting, really. Yeah. So let's. How do I get back here? Hang on a second. Here. Let me get here to here. Okay. Chris. Bill. Dave. Phil. Who else am I missing? If you're in there, you better talk now or I'm not going to include you. All right, now I got to come over here and figure out how to do this. Come back over here to here. Boop. Boop. See, I'm starting to figure this stuff out, man. The only problem is when I do this, I can't see the chat. That's okay. So, let me go back to the chat real quick. Yeah, the lurkers are lurking. They'll continue lurking. So we're going to go back to the wheel, and we're going to do last person standing. When we got 2, we'll double them up so you don't have half the wheel apiece. And someone can have the silver quarter I found. So, 1, 2, shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't matter because there's only 4 wedges, so it didn't even move around, did it? And spin. Diggin' Dave is dead. Thanks for playing. Coin Hunter Chris bites the next bullet. Thanks for playing. So we've got Phil, the latecomer. And Bill, coin and treasure. Whoever it lands on loses. The other person wins. Good luck, guys. And Phil gets knocked off the wheel, which means Bill wins himself a silver quarter. Congratulations, Bill. Oops, might help if I spell it right. Hang on, dog. Shoot me an email, dude. I might even have, no, I don't think I've got your address. I think I just got your email. Shoot me an email with your address, and I will get this bad boy out to you tomorrow. Thanks for swinging by, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Won't you let my dogs out? Of course it's rigged, Phil. What did you expect? Are you streaming tonight? Good night, Dave. Thanks for swinging by, man. I greatly appreciate it. Get out of there, you dumb dog. All right, cool. Maybe I'll swing by. I'm getting ready to crash myself, but 11. Oh gosh, that's like 2 hours from now, brother. Maybe I won't. All right, guys. Have a great evening. I appreciate y'all being here. Bill, don't forget to shoot me an email, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a great one. Get those dimes. I don't know, man. After today, I might not. We'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. But have a great night, and we'll catch you guys later.